Hi, welcome back. Let's find the limit for this function. And the easiest way is so looking at this x approaches to 3 with the positive sign at top. That means we are looking at limit for this function where x is greater than 3. As we already know, at 3, this function is undefined, right? We are going to we are going to find the limit for this function as x is getting closer to 3 but greater than 3, and for this 3, and we see this negative sign at top, means we're looking to find the limit for this function close to 3 but less than 3. We're looking at um okay, so I'm just going to use the same approach like we have done in the previous videos. Let's get some closest number to 3 from the right hand side, as it's getting, as x should be bigger than 3, so maybe like let's just grab 3.1, 3.01, as we're getting closer to 3 but greater than 3, not equal to 3 again. So let's just plug in these values into this function 2x over x minus 3, and you'll see you end up with 62. And if you plug in 3.01, the limit for this function seems to be 602. Wow. Okay, so the numbers are getting bigger and bigger as we're getting close to 3. And and the other way of looking at this kind of problem is, like, you can always tell, right, if the number is going to be greater than 3, this is always going to end up into a positive denominator, right? And at top as well, because it's greater than 3. So in multiplication, this is always going to end up into positive positive, right? So we'll end up with a positive here. However, on this side, if you're looking at numbers less than 3, which means values such as 2.9, and as 3 is bigger than this, will end up into a negative denominator. However, we might end up into positive at top. However, but positive over negative is still negative. Okay, so let's just plug in some numbers closest to 3 but less than 3, right? So maybe like at 2.9, the limit for this function seems to be negative 58. At 2.99, it's negative 598. At 2.999, it's negative 5998. So looking at the solution for this problem, as you can already tell, the limit for this function as x approaches to 3 greater than 3, or you can say larger than 3 over x minus 3, is equal to positive infinity. Or you can just write infinity itself, right? It's the same, it denotes the same idea, right? It's positive. However, if you're looking at the limit for this function as x approaches to 3 raised to negative, the limit for this function less than 3 is equal to negative infinity. So you can tell here. I hope this helps.